Okay, parents. So now that you're set up with your account for Canvas, let's talk about what you can actually do with it. So when you're logged in, you will see on this page all of the courses that all of your children are enrolled in. It can be a little bit overwhelming, so we're going to give you a few quick details and suggestions on how to use this view so that you can keep up with your children. Number one, over on the right, you're going to see coming up in View Grades. To be clear, we are not using the View Grades feature. It is not going to give you the information that you're thinking it will be because it is not connected to MMS. In the early stages here of Canvas, this is something that we're not going to use, so please don't get caught up in it. If you see some grades in there, it is not the entire course. It would just be things that were collected in Canvas, which in the beginning is going to be very little. So let's say that it were to say 50% for a child in a class. That does not mean they have 50% in the class. It means of the things collected on Canvas, which could just be one assignment, that they have 50%. Please do not use that. Please do not use that. Please do not use that. That may change in the future, though. But for now, we're going to leave that alone. Really, the two big things that we want you to be aware of are the calendar feature and then also the ability to access a course. So for instance, right here you can see here's our calendar or things that are coming up, It does it by due date. So it tells you, okay, August 29th, August 29th, August 30th, August 30th, and it goes all the way down to everything coming up in that type of fashion. Now, you could use that coming up perspective, but what I would suggest to use is the calendar view. So if you come over to the side, click on calendar, you will see that everything that your child has is going to be showing up in this location. Now, how do you tell what is what? Now, simply stated, you could look, and if you know the course names and which child has what, that would be a simple way. So if you knew, for instance, that programming languages, and by the way, I'm going to show you a little trick here while we're talking. We're going to make this one nice light blue. And push apply. And we're going to change this one and make it a different color here just so that we can make it easier for us to view. But you can come in, you can actually change the colors of these courses. So if I wanted to, and I just wanted to see, which course, when something is due, I could look and I could say, okay, where do I have these things? Okay, so if I see something that's that color, I know that's going to be for this specific class. So here we go. Here's the programming assignment. And here are the actual details, which is really nice. So if you click, you can see what's going on here with this. It gives you a little bit of information about the assignment. Now, this one is a whole lot of information. Sometimes you won't have anything in there. Sometimes it will be actually a file, and it might say you have to complete this file. Something along those lines could be present. Now, the next thing that I would suggest to everybody is to consider changing the box colors. If you have more than one child and you're trying to figure out, well, how am I going to coordinate 3 kids on here? This is going to all blend together. What you might want to do is pick a common type of color for one child. So you could say all of the reddish pinks are going to be related to this one student, and then all of the blues are going to be for one of my other children here. And I think you're probably getting the pattern that I'm suggesting. And then anything that's on the green scale, and we're going to leave this here, is going to be for my other child. And maybe that's the way that you try to coordinate this so that you can keep track of who's who in terms of homework. So that's a suggestion on something you could do here. I'll give that one yellow instead. So you would know, okay, if I see anything that's yellow or green, I know that's going to be my 5th grader. Anything that's in the reddish, that's my 7th grader. Anything that's my bluish, it's going to be my 9th grader. Something along those lines is something you can do. Now, a key point here, everything will always be posted to the due date. Now, let's say that a homework assignment is given in class on Wednesday the 23rd and it is due on the 24th. The way the teachers have been instructed to add things in is to this actual 24th date. That's a really important thing for you to understand because all teachers have been instructed to do this the same way from grades 5 through 12. So that is how things will be added, is on the due date. So for you as a parent, if it's Thursday and you're thinking, okay, it's Thursday night, what's my homework? You're not actually looking on Thursday, but instead you're going to be looking on Friday or ahead in case there's something like that. The only thing that's going to be different is if we have a long-term project, what we've instructed teachers to do is to put assigned on the day that it is assigned, just so that parents understand this was assigned earlier, but they also will still post the due date on the due date itself. Okay, so that's a quick run through of the calendar component, some things you may want to consider with it. Now, if we click on our dashboard, I want to take you back here really quickly and just go through a super brief introduction to how the rest of this would work. And that would be, let's say that you are using, we'll use Miss Mark's class, for instance, with chemistry. If you click on it, you can actually access the course itself and what is available to children. Now, you can't submit their work or do anything like that, but you could theoretically come in here, see the materials that are available, and be able to access the course similarly to how your children do. Or you could come in and you can see the course calendar as well, so you can see the things that are coming up and that are due in one specific class. So that's a quick little run through of how you can use your account to access calendars and how you can potentially keep things a little bit more organized for yourself with your Canvas parent account. All right, have a great day.